Okay, so we are fixing to do Drew's adjustments. So we wanted to take a video and show you how this is done. So these are Drew's schedule. We have one for the left knee and one for the tibia. And each of these schedules represents a different part of his fixator. So as you can see on the schedule, it has a column for the date, the day, and a column for each of the struts 1 through 6. And in each row, it'll tell us what number to turn the strut to. So as you can see from my check marks, we have turned the struts to each of these numbers. Okay, so when it's time to actually do them, and Drew does not like this part, he sees this paper and he knows what's coming and he starts to get upset. So as I mentioned, we have one schedule for each part of his adjustment, one for the knee, which would be this part of the fixator, and then one for the tibia, which is the bottom part of his fixator. So it doesn't really matter whether we start with the bottom or the top, it makes no difference. But Nathan is going to analyze the numbers for today, and this is the strut 1. So strut 1 for today is 106. So Nathan's going to turn this little knob, and it moves this little metal piece to a number on a scale. So that's how we know where we're turning it. So he just does one by one. Some of these are complicated to get to because they're under his leg. If the number gets higher, the strut gets longer and thus pushes the rings farther apart or twists them according to whatever each one of them is supposed to be doing. And if the number is getting smaller, then of course the strut is getting shorter and making the adjustment. As you can see, there are some columns that have colors on them, and this represents to us when the strut needs to be changed. So if we're looking at the knee schedule, we can see that strut 2, between the dates 12/13 and 12/20, sometime within that frame we have to change the strut, meaning like the number scale. You know, it stops at a certain number, so it won't get shorter or longer, whatever the strut is scheduled to be doing. So we have to go to the Paley Institute to have that changed. Now, don't ask me why some of the ranges are longer. Like you can see on strut 2 that we have more days to change it than, you know, strut 5. I really don't understand why that is. So, Daddy is done with the bottom half. And now we're moving on to the top half. And Drew doesn't like this very much.
This one jumped to 2 increments.
The increments move mostly in 1 increment, but occasionally they jump 2 increments, which means they move a little bit farther apart. We always try to do these adjustments about an hour after he's had his pain medicine. They seem to be more comfortable to him, and you're hearing him cry and you're like, oh, this is comfortable for him? But it kind of, you know, he gets comfortable after having his pain medicine, then what do? We do his adjustment to make him cry again. It's frustrating.
Almost done, bud. Almost done.
Almost done. Almost done. Yeah, that one like touches. It's hard to turn.
Turn.
So these schedules, let's see, this one is the lower half, and it's scheduled to be completed on January 20th.
Last one, okay?
And the other one is scheduled to be done on January 28th.
All done. Hey, all done.
All done. And those are adjustments. How do I stop this?